My name is Susan Engel, known in some circles as Aunt Susan. I'm happy to welcome you all to this unique space in the continuing celebration of the wedding of Danielle Lever and Gabriel Jewel Vitale. If you are here by chance for the exhibition of the Newstack collection of Tiffany glass, you're in the wrong room. It's in the gallery at the other end of the museum. I'm officiating tonight under the authority of the Universal Life Church with the approval of the state of New York. Why the church or the state would authorize me to perform these responsibilities, I cannot explain, but they have. This will be an inclusive proceeding tonight, drawing upon the traditions of the families of both Gabe and Dani. The wedding couple will be surrounded during the ceremony by their immediate families: Debbie, Joel, Ethan, Ari, and Annabelle, and Jane, Tom, Reva, and Bill. My husband, Arthur, will also be lurking up here. Gabe and Dani have asked him to assist with the interpretation of Jewish traditions. No one would ever ask me to do that. And of course, all of you standing out there are regarded as witnesses to this happy occasion. But as witnesses, you will be obligated to testify should anyone subsequently challenge the propriety of my officiating or the fact that this event has actually taken place. We will begin in the Unitarian tradition of inclusiveness by inviting representatives of each family to convey their good wishes to the couple and to welcome all who have joined in this celebration. We will first hear from Jane Jewel Vitale, Dani's mother-in-law.
Love is something magical. It is a gift that lights us up inside. As you join your hearts together in marriage, your lights will flow together and a single, brighter light will emanate from your newly united being. When two people love one another, they kindle the awareness of that spark within each other like nothing else can do. Gabriel and Dani, in joining together today, you acknowledge each other's light. Now, at times, it may be difficult to do, especially when you might doubt the existence of that power within yourselves. Strive always to do your best each day to see the radiance in each other and always nurture and tend its flame.
Thank you, Jane. That was lovely. And now Debbie, Gabe's mother-in-law, will give a reading.
From Dani and Gabe's ketubah. I promise to love you from this day forward in an equal state of union, and to dream with you, celebrate with you, and stand by your side while you face the world. I promise to listen to you, to comfort you, to protect you, and to join your laughter with my own. I promise to encourage your dreams and goals, honor your passions, and to always make our family's love and happiness our priority. I promise to respect you as a whole person and to build a home with respect for all people. I promise to be kind, patient, and forgiving, just as I give you my hand to hold today. I give you all that I am and all that I have. I choose you today, I choose you tomorrow, and I will go on choosing you for the rest of my life. I love you and promise to be your true companion always. All this is valid and binding.
Thank you, Deb. I now turn to Arthur to explain some aspects of the Jewish marriage ceremony that we will honor this evening.
Thank you, Reverend. The marriage this evening is being performed under a structure called the chuppah. This structure symbolizes the home that the couple will build together in their married life. It remains open along its sides to convey a welcoming attitude for all who would seek entry. The chuppah is typically four-sided, but Gabe, as you know, is an architect. So he has designed a three-sided structure which is more dynamic and forward-looking in its presentation. Joel, by the way, has approved this three-sided design since it provides him with one less side to pay for. There is also a Jewish tradition of breaking glass at the end of the ceremony. This ritual symbolizes the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem. It is intended to convey the concept that even in our happiest moments, it is important not to lose sight of the painful experiences of the past. Usually it is the groom who is asked to break the glass. But in the interest of marriage equality, Dani and Gabe will each break a glass. Now, this is entirely appropriate since in the history of the Jewish people, 2 temples in Jerusalem were destroyed. This evening, we will remember both of them with 2 sets of broken glass. The Jewish tradition also includes a celebration of the marriage with blessings and songs. One of the common blessings involves a benediction over the cup of wine that the couple will share. We will offer that blessing just before the exchange of rings. As for song, the Song of Songs is said to have been authored by King Solomon as a testament to love. It is a frequent source of songs at Jewish weddings. At my own wedding, many decades ago, I sang an Israeli song drawn from the Song of Songs. I have not sung it since, but I offer it this evening at Dani and Gabe's request and as a musical expression of their love for each other. Anna hava babanot, Anna ha'iri panayich elai, iri panayich elai. Anna hava babanot, Anna ha'iri panayich elai, iri panayich elai. Bo dodi ki yafita, afne amataha ahad me'od, shlach yadcha v'chabkeni, amtzeini ahad ve'od. Hanna ava babanot, Anna ha'iri panayich elai, iri panayich elai. Anna hava babanot, Anna ha'iri panayich elai, ha'iri panayich elai.
Now, Dani should be able to translate this for you, given that she spent 12 years at Solomon Schechter, but I'm not sure she really could do it. Don't want to put the pressure on her. So this is the song translated into English. Light up your face to me, because you are so beautiful. Give me your hand and embrace me, and strengthen me again and again. We now come to the part where the couple exchanges vows. But before we hear from them, I would like to say a few words about and to the couple. Dani, I have known you since your birth, and I have followed and witnessed your passing through various stages of life. From a constantly crying infant. That stage, fortunately, has mostly, but not totally passed, to an active girl with pigtails full of energy, to today a purposeful, articulate, and thoughtful young woman. I remember when you were in high school, you told me that you wanted to be a writer. And you went on to develop outstanding writing skills. But, unlike your mother, you did not need Papa Sam to write your college and high school papers. To encourage your ambition, I remember buying you a journal for your birthday instead of jewelry, which is probably what you really wanted, hoping that you would begin recording your observations and impressions as you began to take on life's challenges. You have met those challenges with gusto and courage. You have found yourself deeply engaged in these tumultuous times, and you have been able to respond to difficult situations with maturity and strength. And I look forward to reading your memoir someday, with the permission of Ed Spiro, of course. It helps that you have a gracious personality, that you are able to laugh easily and occasionally at yourself. It also helps that you can balance your strongly held convictions with an acceptance of the views held by others, and that you see the best in others. Like your grandmothers, you make friends, sometimes even best friends, with anyone, anywhere, and anytime. I was pleased when you decided to go to Madison. I hope that it would broaden your perspective and your exposure to Midwestern values, just as I was broadened by my time living in Minneapolis. Thankfully, Gabe came along to reinforce that exposure. Midwestern values are often described as embracing qualities of humility, principled conduct, and strong commitments to family and community. Gabe, you exemplify those qualities. And in bringing those attributes to your relationship with Dani, you have amplified similar characteristics that Dani has already possessed. You each have shown a strong commitment to family and community. At the same time, you each offer unique contributions to this relationship. Gabe, you provide a wonderful aesthetic sensibility and a keen attention to detail about almost everything, from designing your apartments, I'd like your cast-offs, to planning trips, and to even the appearance of napkins on the dinner table. You possess an idealism towards social issues and a genuine commitment to equality and an opposition to elitism. You practice what you preach. Sorry. Now, we're going to turn to the exchanging of rings. Oh, sorry. I forgot your vows. After all that, and all the time that Dani and Gabe have spent on this, we're going to ask them to say their vows. Gabe?
Dani, you are a wondrous person who I admire and respect. You are charismatic, kind, loyal, tenacious, beautiful, pure, and unequivocally good. Now, it has been asked before on several occasions how an Iowa boy fell in love with the Scarsdale girl. And the answers have varied from, we are just good together, to, I really have no idea. But to me, the answer is quite simple. I would say one of the driving forces in my life is the search for universal ideas in both design and in life. I am most at home with platonic forms, clear solutions, and simple, tried and true ingredients. You are most at home with me because you are pure down to your core. To me, you are my ethos, and that is why it is such a simple decision to be with you. There is a special feeling everyone feels when they are around you. It's built from the way you treat people, how deeply loving you are in each and every interaction, how you want the best for people. It is no wonder that you are a shining light to all. You make friends fast, no matter where they come from or who they are. No room, even this little city here, is large enough for your heart and presence to fill. You are, to me, a sort of universal being, always true to yourself and to others, no matter what the situation is and no matter who you are with. What is amazing to me is that from the very first conversation we had together, I felt us communicate effortlessly, bound together. You help me live fully, right here, right now, and I cherish this. Now, we do have our issues and radical differences, and that continues to be a struggle, just like many things in life. My wish for you and I, as we grow together in our union, is to remember where each one is coming from for balance and openness, and to support our individualities hand in hand as we step into the great beyond. I love you.
Dani?
It's your fault. Okay, it's also really hot. Okay. Gabe, it took us a while to get here. Well, I have been here for a considerable amount of time. But I know how thoughtful you are when making a decision, and when you make one, you mean it. You also don't do what you don't want to do, so I have every confidence that you really want to be my husband. For that, I'm so grateful. Because to be your partner and spend my days with you means I get to learn from you every day. In addition to being handsome, good-hearted, generous, and handsome, God, what a mind. I love how interested you are in the world and that you see beauty in things that confuse other people. I love that you value design, music, and art, not just for what you get out of it, but for the hope you have that it brings value to others. You once told me a story about how a bench was placed in the landing halfway up a staircase so that a grandfather who might be winded could sit and spend time with his grandson. I love that you chose a job that would allow you to improve people's lives, and I love that you love that story. I love how you support that my work is a huge part of my identity and that you take such genuine interest in it. I love that you eventually want me to go back into public service because you want us to be people who give back, but that in the meantime, you'll still encourage me to pursue my goal of world domination. I love that you can cut through my drama with just a look, but you hug me when my being dramatic is warranted. I love that you are so stable when I'm imbalanced. I love that you want to make the world accessible for everyone, but are a total elitist about the right things like food and wine. I love how hard you work to make our home beautiful because I know you do it mostly to make me happy. I love how ambitious you are and that you know what it will take to accomplish your dreams, even if it's alone time. I love how your love language is acts of service, how much you do for both your family and mine. As my dad once said, it shows incredible depth of character, and I agree. I love that you won't cut lines, even though I categorically disagree. I know it is because you do not think something should be afforded to you but not others. I hate that you are a stubborn perfectionist because so am I. I love that you grew up in a home where the guiding principle was that all people are equal and deserve equal opportunity. I know that your egalitarian values will guide our own family and that we will teach our children to have respect for all people. I love that you're an explorer in how we travel together, though it sometimes feels like traveling alone. Being in a new city for you is like being a kid in a candy store, overstimulated and distracted by something else every few seconds. I love that when we road trip, the person in the front seat must read facts out loud about the next place we are visiting. No excuses, no I in team. I love when we take a break from cooking dinner to spontaneously dance to whatever record you've played. I love how I know you'll be a rock star of a father. I hope our kids are as principled as you, that they get your intellect and your curiosity for the world. But most of all, I pray every day that they get your metabolism. I love your pastas. I love that everyone thinks you're serious, but I know you're silly. I love how much integrity you have and that you know exactly who you are and make no apologies for it. I also love that you never want to disappoint anyone. I love that I hit the husband jackpot and how lucky you make me feel. I love that loving you gave me another way to place myself in this world. I love how easy it was to write these vows because I'm making them to you. I promise to try to stop stomping my left foot when making a point as we argue. Always appreciate our nights together at home with a bottle of wine and Bill Evans spinning in the background. To remember that we are an island. I promise that every day I will be proud to be your wife, feel thankful you decided it was me, and love that we chose each other.
Okay, I told you no crying. No crying here tonight, only laughter. But you'd think that I have a few more things to say about you.
Okay.
I'm sorry I forgot to say them. I got ahead of myself. But I did want to say, particularly to Gabe, how much the whole family appreciates something I know your family has always known, is how giving and generous you are. It is too easy to take that kind of quality for granted, especially because you help in the normal course of things, and you don't make a big deal out of it, and we all really appreciate that. And now, as you said, you're learning and doing things together. Cooking, for example. It's been an adventure. Gabe, while you invent new pasta dishes, you have also worked hard to teach Dani cooking basics. After 2 years of intense, hands-on instruction, she can finally make a great salad and dressing. Well done, Gabe. And by the way, don't forget you owe me a croque monsieur. From all this we've talked about, and having listened now to Dani and Gabe, you may believe that Gabe and Dani represent the perfection of domestic harmony. I'm here to tell you about one other differences that remain. Gabe takes the subway, and Dani takes cabs. They do, however, bring out the best in each other. I was struck, Gabe, by when you had to say about Dani, you said, Dani is too good to be true. Let me assure you, she is not. She is even better than good. But I must also report that she says the same of you. So now let's turn to really the point of all this. We will get to the exchanging of rings. Dani and Gabe, remember that the ring is an unbroken circle with ends joined together, symbolizing your unwavering love and commitment to each other. Dani, please repeat after me. Please accept this ring as a symbol of my deep love for you above all others. Dani, please accept this ring.
Please accept. It's a really long
Okay.
line.
Okay. I'm gonna cut it up.
Okay.
Please accept this ring
Please accept this ring
as a symbol of my deep love
as a symbol of my deep love
for you above all others.
for you above all others.
It is my promise
It's my promise
that wherever our journey takes us,
that wherever our journey takes us,
I will be there for you completely.
I will be there for you completely.
Gabe, please repeat after me.
I put it on?
Go ahead. Do you need the same kind of help that she did?
Probably not.
Okay. Please accept this ring as a symbol of my deep love
Please accept this ring for a symbol of my deep love
for you above all others.
for you above all others.
It is my promise
It is my promise
that wherever our journey takes us,
that wherever our journey takes us,
I will be there for you completely.
I will be there for you completely.
And it is with great pleasure and deep love, and of course by the power vested in me by the state of New York, I now welcome you as wife and husband and wife. You may now kiss. Okay, enough. Now please, in the interest of equality, get those feet ready to break some glass.
Ready?
Both of you.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
How do I? Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yay!